yeah, 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 look, ball player, no watching from the side. Said that you got him next, well go ahead and show him why. No limits in the sky, go ahead and take your shot. This one is for the city, let's show him how we rock. Coaches used to call my phone, what you doing?
What up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Up Next podcast, the podcast where we tell you who's up next in sports and youth sports and college sports, all that good stuff. We got a tremendous guest on today who's doing big things at this very moment. We'll let you know who that is in a second. But first, of course, I'm Jamal Murphy. Got my guy Khalid Green in the house. What's up, man? I know it's late on the East Coast. You still awake?
Listen, man. Listen, I this got to be special, man. I got King Kong sitting on my eyelids right now. You know what I'm saying? But I had to stay up. I had to stay up for this. This is special because one is a special young lady that's going to join us. We're going to introduce her, but also is a special time for the young lady and her team. They are in the quarterfinals of March Madness. Playing LSU on Friday. We have the point guard from New Jersey, Plainfield, the Plainfield sensation, Zoe Brooks. And, we just want to welcome her to the show.
That's right. Zoe Brooks in the house.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
What's up? What's up? As you said, North Carolina State sophomore, former McDonald's All-American, 5'10".
Put that in. Former burger girl,
Yeah, yep, 5'10", do-it-all guard. Currently second leading scorer, averaging 14 points per game, 4.8 rebounds, 3.7 assists. NC State's 28-6 in the Sweet 16, like you said. They got LSU on Friday. So, Zoe, thanks for joining us.
Yep, no problem.
So, we'll get it started right away. Just, like I said, you're in the Sweet 16. First tell us that. Obviously it's a long season. You make it back to the Sweet 16. You guys went to the Final Four last year. You were ACC All-Freshman team. But this year, what's it feel like? What was the journey like getting back to the Sweet 16?
It definitely was very hard. I feel like the team has worked from the very beginning. We definitely in the beginning of the season we struggled, figuring it out. We were still learning how to play with each other, but we definitely came a long way, and I think that we're ready to win a national championship.
That's what I was about to ask you. I mean, like I said, Final Four last year. You feeling similar vibes, similar possibilities?
Yeah, I feel like it's the same thing, just a different time. Hotels, traveling. You kind of travel for a couple of days, and then you got that 1 day break, and then you're back on the road again, or the plane, wherever.
Mm-hmm.
So how you're a sophomore now, but you went through the dance last year as a freshman, pivotal part of the team. How has your mindset adjusted from a freshman going through it to a sophomore?
Freshman, I kind of was just following the seniors and the older players, role. I was just kind of following after them, trying to learn and get the hang of it. But now this year, I feel like I'm a veteran. I feel like I've been here before. I have a very, big role on the team, and I'm kind of one of the leaders now. We have a bunch of young guys that are looking up to us and trying to copy after us like I did last year.
So you got LSU coming up on Friday. I mean, it sounds it's a tough test for sure on paper. What are like the keys to success for you guys to get this get this victory?
Definitely rebounding. That's the thing that our coach is emphasizing the most. That if we out rebound them, we can win the game. Obviously LSU is a great rebounding team. Not only on the defensive boards, but they're great on the offensive boards and getting second chance points. So limiting their second chance points and obviously defending them well. They could do a lot of things well. They can shoot on the outside, the 3-point, the mid range. They can get to the basket. So just limiting their strengths.
How do you feel like you guys match up with them?
I think we match up pretty well. I guess we're a little undersized, in the guards as, they got 6 foot, 5'10". So 5'11", but we're just a little bit undersized in the guard position. But bigs wise, I think we're matched up pretty well.
Have you played them in the last couple of years, or is this the first time you
We
matched up
played
with them?
them this year actually in
Uh,
the Bahamas, I think it was. They got us that time. We were still figuring stuff out, what our starting lineup was. So we're definitely a whole different team than what they saw a couple months ago.
so
So,
that
so they're gonna see a different type of swag from y'all this year. I hear it in your
Yeah,
voice, son.
yeah, for sure.
Okay.
any particular matchup you're looking forward to Friday?
Nobody particular. I feel like we all excited for our matchups. We all gonna go at it. With whoever we're guarding. I feel like we're gonna switch a couple times. With the guards. Just to see who can defend who the best, and who gives somebody a hard time scoring. But I think we all have pretty big matchups that we're looking forward to.
Now, let me just take it back quickly. Um, when how you don't get to where you are now without years and years and years of work. So when did it really start for you in terms of knowing like becoming really good, knowing that this level was a possibility for you? Like how far back does it go for you?
I started when I was 5 years old, and I kind of was just playing for fun, following after my older brother who played, and I actually ended up liking it a lot. But originally, I wanted to be a cheerleader. But it definitely started off in the backyard, and when he was at AAU practice, and I was just shooting on the side baskets and stuff. So I think that's where it really started for me.
Hmm.
So like out here in New York, the McDonald's game is coming up this weekend actually in New York City. Out, the game will be in the Barclays. Um, you know, take us through you going from good to elite. Like when you started realizing, all right, I'm one of them right now. I'm one of them girls out here that everybody's talking about because you don't make a McDonald's All American by just being good. You got to be elite.
I feel like I've been pretty good my whole life, but I was slept on and overlooked for, reasons that I don't really know of. But they started really giving me the, credit I deserved senior year of high school, actually, which was really late because, like I said, I've been pretty good since I was at a young age, 9, 10 years old, playing AAU. But I started getting recognized senior year of high school, and I wasn't ranked in the top 20 at first, for the first round of rankings for my senior year, but. I went to the Wooten camp and I killed there, and then they ranked me number 9, and I was the All American.
Did your offers come in late too?
Nah, I've been getting offers since 7th grade, but
Okay,
national wise, like with the rankings, they kind of overlooked me for a while.
but
So
the
I'm
important
assuming you went through the Rose. You played in Rose Classic and made hoops and all of
Yeah, I
that.
played in all that. I won a
Okay,
couple of those.
okay.
So describe your game for us in your own words. Like, how would you describe it?
I feel like I can do it all. If my team needs me to score, I can go get a bucket. If they need me to facilitate, I can get my teammates involved and get them some easy shots. I feel like I can defend, and I feel like I can rebound the ball pretty good for a guard. That's my height. I'm not the tallest, but I feel like I can get in there and grab a couple boards. So I'm the type of player that can give you whatever you need at the time.
And what do you think like you need to contribute to the game the most on Friday?
Everything. They need
All
me
of
to,
the above.
to help in every way, not
Yeah.
just scoring or passing, but they need me to do everything. They need me to defend pretty well. They need me to get some buckets, rebound the ball. Obviously, I told y'all that's key for us, out rebounding them. So just doing everything, getting some steals.
And as one of the leaders of the team, you think you're more a vocal leader
I
or
like to just show by example. I haven't
okay,
really got my shell yet. I'm definitely a lot better, vocal wise than I was last year. I was a mute last year, but
okay,
improving a lot, and I think next year I'm gonna have to really be vocal to my teammates. But I'm getting there. I'm more of a lead by example.
got you.
What are there some WNBA or NBA players that you look at, you try to pattern your game after?
I like how LeBron plays. I like his game. He's a do it all type of player. can take over the game, gives you what you need. But my favorite player is Kevin Durant.
Okay. Why is that?
Funny story. I think I was in third grade, and for my school team, my middle school team, I wanted to wear. I think it was like number one or something because my brother wore, or number five, something like that. And they didn't have it or whatever. So they gave me 35, and I was pissed. I was telling my dad, and I was crying, and I was like, I didn't want this number. And then he told me, Kevin Durant wears this, and I was like, who is that? And he showed me clips of him, and ever since, that's been my favorite player.
Okay.
Yeah. Not many
Okay.
people know that story, but that's the real reason why I wear 35 to this day.
Nice.
Okay.
Thank you for that exclusive. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
trust me, I'm rooting for 35 on Friday. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. So, all right, we know it's late. We know you got to get your rest for the game. But before you go, we got some quick rapid fire questions. I'm gonna hit you with it, and you let me know off the top of the head your answers. All right. So I was gonna say your favorite NBA players, but we know who that is. We know that's Kevin Durant. Favorite WNBA player.
Brianna Stewart.
Okay. Favorite subject in school.
English.
Okay. Biggest hobby outside of basketball.
Playing video games. Fortnite.
Oh, Fortnite. Okay.
Yeah.
Favorite music artist.
Broadway.
Okay. Favorite sport besides basketball.
Football.
I don't know if you can divulge this, but your go-to move right now.
Oh. I've been in my spin bag low key lately. My spin.
All right, we'll be watching for that on Friday. I'm gonna peep that. And the best game you've had so far on any level in your life.
In my opinion, was senior year, the sectional championship, and I had 33 versus the number two team in the state, and I hit the game winner.
That's
But it
pretty
was
good.
that made it even more impressive. My foot was torn a couple days before, and I needed to play that game. It was very important. So I went
That's
and went on a torn foot.
no,
Oh yeah.
that's crazy. That's
That's
impressive.
giving me old school Isaiah Thomas vibes
Yeah,
when he was
man.
with Detroit.
No doubt. Well, Zoe, thanks a lot for joining us. We really appreciate it. Thanks for giving us this bit of your time. We'll be watching Friday. We'll be rooting for you. We'll be rooting for you Friday and beyond. We're hoping you make this return to the Final Four and get beyond that. You know, try to bring the chip home. And
Get LSU out of here, man. Get LSU out of here. I'm gonna say it, man.
we've had some LSU players on this show. You know,
They ain't got
that's
nothing to
messed
do with
up.
this. They ain't got nothing to do with me staying up tonight. LSU out of here.
I hear you. But like you said, we root for you Friday. No question about
No
that.
doubt. No
Appreciate
doubt. I'm getting my popcorn ready for sure.
Thanks a lot.
Thank
Good luck.
Thank you, Zoe. Peace.
No problem.
Great stuff. It was worth staying up for tonight. It's about past 11 on the East Coast. We had to do it. She's out in Spokane, Washington, home of Gonzaga for their Sweet 16 game against LSU on Friday night. Check that out. She's a do-it-all guard, 5'10". You know, big things in store. She's only a sophomore, so she has a couple more years on the college level, and
Yeah.
we'll get to enjoy it.
For sure. Like, it's a blessing to have somebody of that stature on our show during March Madness. She took some, time out of her busy schedule. The student athlete, during this time is locked in. So
Right.
she she gave us some time, and it was like you said, Jamal's worth it. It's 11:13 right now on the East Coast. I didn't even take my melatonin yet, I'm so I had to stay up for this, man. But it was worth it, and I'm really looking forward to the game on Friday night.
Yeah, Sweet 16. Oh, I mean, speaking of women's basketball, we got to bring up the Juju Watkins situation. She blew her knee out. I was watching the game at the time.
Yeah, I was too.
Yeah, just terrible.
Yeah,
I was hoping it was something else. Like at first, like she banged knees or something, but just her reaction was crazy. I was like,
yeah, yeah,
you know,
yeah. I concur. I was watching. I was out of town and I was watching the game, and you know, she's one of my favorite players to watch, regardless of gender.
hmm
She's just an exciting young sister to watch. She's like the new face of college and really about to be the new face of the WNBA. So, we definitely send positive vibes to her family and prayers out to her with her healing process. And we know she'll be back in probably hopefully another year and back on the stage doing big things.
yeah, definitely. Prayers up. Like you said, it could, let her take as long as she needs to take
Absolutely.
to the point where she gets back to 100%. That's the most important thing. But whenever she does, it's gonna be, it's gonna be hell to pay for
Absolutely.
for everybody else playing. So, uh, peace to Juju. Get better. Get back to 100%. Don't come back before that. Don't
Right.
rush it. And
Right.
you'll be able to realize all those dreams that we thought were coming a little sooner. But everything happens for a reason.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, that's it for us. We about, I don't know about you, but I'm about to go to sleep.
Oh no no
Uh,
no no no! You do know about me. I'm about to go straight to sleep. I'm about to pop 2 melatonins and call it a day, baby. This has been a long night.
I hear that. Yo, so thanks to the listeners, of course. Keep listening. Subscribe on YouTube. Like on all the social media channels. Up Next Pod on Instagram, at Up Next _ pod on Twitter, Up Next Podcast on YouTube. Like I said, share and like and
Yes,
all that good stuff. You'll be seeing the clips all over the place. Listen to the podcast, subscribe to the podcast, wherever you listen to your podcasts. And we'll be back next week or in a couple days, who knows, with another one.
yep.
So be ready.
Peace, everyone.
Peace.